straight out of work.
We would record 4 times.
Yeah.
4 times a week.
Yep.
And he would upload the video at work, and we'd upload the audio up the street because the internet here was only 2 megabits, so we had to use the.
Sometimes we'd stay up late.
Mobile data.
Yeah, sometimes
we'd be up till 1
If they put me to close one day, I would literally drive home, come in my work clothes, record, upload it. So it's like dedication, drive, and that's what I'm saying.
Right.
So
nothing's gonna stop you.
All
it's
dreams,
right.
yeah. And then we told ourselves that if we start this, it's going to be successful. There is no giving up. There's no doing none of that. So we, in order for our dreams to come true,
everything we're doing is us knowing this is gonna be successful. Like this is us going through the motion.
And I like when I was driving on my way here, I was like thinking about that, and I was like, oh, I admire you guys. I like genuinely like you know me, I'm real, so I'm like telling you the truth.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
I admire you guys.
Appreciate
you. Yeah. So and then of course, I never give up. So if I start something, I have a goal in it, I want it. Like we invest. We started reading, gaining knowledge on certain things on how to work. Like Think and Grow Rich also helped too. And again, Black Coffee's the one that helped us with that. He gave when he came to do the How to Build Your Credit episode. He was the one that gave us that suggestion. This is the book that I read. This is how it's helped me. And then we've been perpetually moving forward from that. This new upgrade that we just did for today, you're the first guest that gets to see it. It's like we're going to push forward. Even traveling, going places, and doing episodes, meeting new people. Cool. That is the goal, because I do not want to fucking work for the system anymore. I want to be free and not being told that we are trapped and cannot go anywhere or do anything about that.
Well, that's like the thing about freelance is like, there was somebody who put a video on like LinkedIn and talked about like contract work and freelance work and how like the idea of like working for a corporate like company or in a corporate environment and staying dedicated to a company for like 30, 40 like years is starting to like go away, and people are starting to create a career off of doing freelance and contract work, and people wonder like, oh, how do you have job security with that? How do you have pay, like, you know,
because the demand will always be there.
Exactly.
And demand and the competitive nature will always be there. You know what I'm saying? You could offer a better rate
honestly,
and a better quality product.
That would be my goal. Is like having like,
because I'm gonna offer you a better rate and a better quality product.
Exactly.
Because it's not being watered down by a whole fucking corporation or office. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I would have never done this if 5 years ago I realized what the company I work for was doing. It's all about politics. It's all about.
I promise you, I didn't see myself doing this shit. I was lost.
Yeah, but I talked to him because I'm like, Jeff, we have fucking deep conversations all the time.
I was doing a job I didn't fucking want to do.
That's what I'm saying.
I left 2-3 jobs before that.
My friend, she just graduated grad school. She moved back home. She doesn't have a job. She's applying for jobs, and she's like, yeah, like. I kind of she's like, I want to get into content creation, and she's really good at it, and she has a very niche angle with everything, and she's like collaborating with other people, and her friends are also doing the same thing, so it's like been really great. But I told her, I was like, Anna, like, let's do a podcast, like me, you, Sophie, like anybody else that wants to like come on, like let's do a podcast, because like I think I've like talked to you guys like how like I want to do a podcast and talk about like I want to be the 180 of Alex Cooper.
Gotcha.
I feel you.
And like that's what we want to do. So it's like very different. You really don't see a podcast like out there. Like we really don't like. Yes, we're like all Catholic and like we want to pertain to the stereotypes that are on them. Like they pertain to everybody.
Gotcha.
But yeah, continue.
I feel that. See, here's the thing too, and I'll say this too, and I'll say me and my brother are a special case because at the end of the day, we're blood. But when it comes to starting a venture that comes from your idea, start off on it by yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Because you already have the vision and the timeline. You know where it's going to be, and that'll easily come naturally to you. It's hard to imprint that into someone else and then have them want to subscribe to the vision you see.
I think a lot of people look at us and they're like, oh, they did it, and it's like, well, my brother and I are mostly on the same page. Plus, we grew up with each other. We grew up with
each other. We lived together,
so we feed off of each other's ideas and morality.
But when you're going into something like this with a other person, and I always tell my brother this: don't tell people what to do.
No,
even if it's like you mean it well or anything, because people don't like when you tell them what to do.
They want to
Yeah.
They want to do
do it. But then that will show you what type of person you are hanging out with. Or
So what
who you
I
are.
would do
Yeah.
is, hey, I'm starting a podcast. That's it.
Yeah.
If they want to do it, or if they're interested, they'll show.
all you need is your cell. iPhone
Right.
is perfect. All
Right.
you need is your iPhone, recording, and then of course a mic. You don't.
And another thing too is, usually when it comes to working with someone, what I always say, they want to see results first before they'll subscribe. You don't care about the results because
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your idea.
it's you.
Yeah.
You know what you're capable of. You see what I'm saying? So before when you and I usually give people this leeway. It's never like, oh, you have to be with me ground zero. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, I have this idea. I'm gonna prove to you that it works. And
As long as they support you in it too,
Exactly.
and they're not discouraging
Right.
you from
Right.
not doing it, or look, you only got 3 views.
oh, we
and
didn't get this many views,
and all
and it's
that
like
shit
I don't want to hear
that.
that.
Yeah,
I don't want to. In the first year and a half, I don't want to hear how many views we're getting.
yeah.
I don't care about that. I don't want to hear how many likes. I don't care about that. I want to put out a quality product.
This is what my brother
Right.
said the first time we started. He's like, I don't care if nobody's watching us.
I'm gonna
Just-
watch it.
Just
Yeah.
us,
I'm about to view.
just us having the conversation, because you gotta look at it this way. If we look at every episode that we've released 50 years from now, that's an archive of every conversation we've ever had. Not only
That's
with
crazy.
just
That's for me.
ourselves,
Yeah.
but with
other people.
Yeah,
And
that's for me.
really cool.
Yeah.
and it's amazing because somebody on the internet's gonna find it and be like, damn, that pertains to me, even if it was 50,
Right.
60 years ago.
Look who I was
Yeah.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look how I was thinking.
Yeah.
Damn, this is for me. What? And if my words help someone else,
Yep.
someone's going through the same
Thought
problem,
process
thought process
or idea.
Bam! There
Yeah.
you go.
And that's why
There's
we
the
have
resources.
That's why we have the
There's the
yeah,
understanding.
that's why we have the conversation.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm outside myself. That's what I mean. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. Everything I'm doing is bigger than me.
Because a
It's-
lot of people
right.
start podcasts not to just have conversations, but to help others. So
Right.
it's like,
I'm trying to figure out this existence the same way y'all
everybody
are.
is,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
And like I want to start it because like the topics that I want to talk about are seen as like taboo. They're not common. Like they're going against the modern day social
Right.
norm
I got
and
you.
kind of challenging the system.
That's fine.
And
That's
I do
fire.
think there are like other women who think the same way as I do, but they're very afraid to speak up.
gotcha.
on it.
So if they hear somebody speak on it, then they'll start chiming in.
Yeah.
Because before, nobody would say anything in the comment section.
Yeah.
They just listen. They
Yeah.
just watch. And now people are like more vocal because they're comfortable, especially since some of the conversations always pertain to what is going on in their life. So they can speak on it, talk about it, or communicate, reference it, do all that stuff like that. Like with your friend, if you want to bring her next time just so she can understand that experience or anything like that, because you said she's networking with other people who do podcasts, right?
She's not.
No, she's not.
No, I'm kind of the only one who are like,
Oh, yeah, she is.
yeah.
She's the friend that
Good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You're networking, and again, that's just to bring it back to the dreams require sacrifice.
Right.
That's kind of what we've been doing. Like even when we're tired, even if I've worked a 12-hour shift, we will do this. And if we need a break, we'll do a rewind. We'll revamp the episode name. We'll do all that stuff like that. But it's like we were shooting 1 or 2 episodes, 2 episodes a week, putting the audio on, and then after that, I had to drive up the street just to upload the audio because we had no internet. Then I had to upload the video at work. Then we were doing Google Drive. Then we're doing all this. But it's like
Remember that Google Drive?
we're getting like the views weren't even the thing that we were focused on. It was like 1 or 2 or 3 views a day. Nobody was listening to us. Nobody knew who we were.
You're
You're
nobody
just
had a conversation.
concentrating on the content that you're
Yeah,
putting out
getting
and
the episode
quality.
out there. Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
your episode from last month got 1.3
1.3
views.
like
One-
thousand.
Yeah, 1,300 views.
That's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. We went from 0 to
that.
yeah, and we don't pay for advertisement. That's just we just
With
figured out
organic.
we just figured out the
love
algorithm.
it.
So it's like we grow every year and
That's
we
a
keep
skill
pushing
in
it.
itself.
Yes,
too,
and we understand that we
search
have
engine optimization.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and we understand
Yes,
that
yeah.
the equipment that we buy, we have to upgrade every year. The computer is from last year. The camera we just added. Like we have to do that because it doesn't go anywhere if our equipment's failing on us or
Right.
anything like that. So
And we're just okay with it.
and we're just okay with
Right.
it. So
Yeah.
I'm always happy with progress, and I'm not giving up because I understand that it is. So that's why I chose dream requires sacrifice, because I understand what it is.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like
It's
I
not
said,
gonna be comfortable.
like I said,
every
if I
step of the
like
way.
I said,
So
I told my brother if 5 years ago I got promoted, I would have never done this
Right.
because I've been making well off money to the point where I didn't have to worry about anything else. But I understand working for a system, understanding the politics behind it, understanding that it's all a game and it's rigged
Yeah.
for the people they liked and the people they don't like. So the hard workers won't move, but the ones that kiss ass do. And I ain't doing that.
No sir.
I ain't doing that. So